Exit host mode. Exiting host mode. Yeah. Getting ready. Good to go. All up in here. Play some basketball. B-ball. Shaq. Making sure we're good to go. I have to do this every time now because I just don't want Twitch to fuck me up. Yay! Alright. Welcome, everybody. It's time. We're here with the first... It's actually weird because other than football, we haven't had any real football and soccer. Soccer not counting because I don't really know anything about soccer anyway, so... we haven't had any hockey simulations. We haven't had any baseball, period. And we've only had one basketball game, which was NBA Hang Time. And so one of the first sports sims we're gonna get to is actually a Konami one, which is also weird to me. It's interesting because out of all the people that were making sports games for the N64 at this period of time, in general, that made sports games for the N64, I usually think of Konami as the least successful one for sure, based on what they did with one baseball game, soccer games, good soccer games that didn't get bought as much as the FIFA ones. Cool, it's still got my settings in there. But yeah, I always, even though this is, in the zone 1998, right at the beginning of 98, halfway through the 97 season, 98 season then, you get this feeling like, oh, Konami's gonna be, they're not gonna be first to market on these things. That's basically, I think, what I'm getting at. It's weird. I'm not a huge basketball fan. I know very, very little about basketball, which is actually why it's probably a good thing that In the Zone doesn't have fantasy drafting, which is, the way that if it's available, the way that I prefer to do the sports simulations that I've laid out for myself. Do a fantasy draft, do a short season mode. This is the shortest season mode, it's 28 games plus the playoffs. So I might end up simulating quite a few of those games anyway, just based on how long the games actually last, and if I'm into it, because I'm into the idea of playing sports games, but if they're not good enough or if they're not interesting enough, I'm gonna drop off of the interest, and it's just gonna be like work, and I'll just skip ahead to the end if I have any sort of like playoffs to play or whatever. We're about ready to go and just dive right into this. The controls I looked at aren't too complicated. You mostly just need A and B for passing, stealing, and shooting and blocking. So, some of you probably expected this. I picked the Lakers, due mostly to the fact that they have Shaq, but also just in general they have other players that I would know from the late 90s. They have Shaq. They also are going to have Kobe, who's not even on the starting lineup, oddly enough. He would have been, I was going to say, he would have been young at that point, but he started in his first game for Nintendo with his name on it, and he's in this game. I looked at the stats and the players. What is that? It needs to be a thing. But yeah, there you go. We got Shaq, we got Nick Van Exel, Derek Fisher, and Rick Fox are both on this team as well. So people I actually know are in the game. So yeah, let's give this a shot. I know some of the people. I know Patrick Ewing. I know Larry Johnson. Oh yeah. There we go, baby. Alright, and it moves kind of slow. At least that's the way it seems. So you're probably going to get a good idea pretty much right off the bat as to the fact that I don't really know basketball, and that mostly makes a difference in the sense that I don't really know. I always like have this thing like I don't understand strategically what I'm supposed to be doing, so I tend to take a lot of shots away from the net just because I'm like, yeah, sure, I think I can do this. Makes sense. I also, anytime I play a basketball video game, it's something like Jam or NBA Street or NBA Playgrounds on the Switch, and it's not as there's not as many bodies just in general. So if you get away from one dude, you're pretty much good to go. You know what's weird? The clock isn't up on the scoreboard there. Hello. Have you noticed that? It's, yeah, they bring up the graphic at the bottom of the screen, and that's how you follow the time. That's weird. Because I'd really just prefer to have, hey, there's a 3. Nice. I'd really just prefer to have the time up on the screen the whole time, instead of just waiting for them to. I assume that if it gets down to the end of the quarter, it'll probably kind of stay there. But still, that's weird. Get some. Nope. I think one of the awkward things that I've noticed already, and I feel like I kind of predicted. I haven't played courtside much yet. I just know it's pretty much the best one. I'm not a huge basketball guy, so usually if I play a basketball game, it's not a simulation. Nice. So the controls, I mentioned the controls are fairly simple, and that's true. You need A to pass and steal. You need B to shoot and block. You need down C. It labels it as drive, so it's sort of like sprinting. Get some. Yeah, there you go. What that doesn't have, and it makes it a little bit frustrating. In a similar way that you have to get used to it in Wayne Gretzky, is that means that switching players on defense is on a different button, which is default is C right, which is it means basically I'm on defense, I want to switch guys, and it doesn't really necessarily want to let me do it when I press it. Wow. So yeah, you have to have the presence of mind of knowing to press that button, because I think like a lot of people, especially who have grown up playing EA games, if they play one. Okay, so there's the clock up in the top right. That'll, when it's under a minute, it shows up. But still, ooh, that wasn't me. that was the AI doing that. But yeah, I genuinely think that it's a thing that I didn't want to do that. Still going up for the rebound. I think that's a little bit of an issue. Oh, yeah, nice. All right, it's not a blowout yet. Usually you want to assume that switch player and pass are the same button. The only change is when you're on offense or defense. I've played more than a few, I think, at this point, where that wasn't the case, where there's a separate button. Because Wayne Gretzky does that. Wayne Gretzky, I understand, because it's based from straight off the arcade game, so it drags it into the N64 with the idea that you're going to control the same player the whole game. I'm trying to figure out if there's other moves, and that's actually kind of Fallon. Yeah, there's no buttons really that, as far as I can tell, that like kind of have you making moves or anything like that. I think this is very, very representative of 90s basketball in the first place. It would be probably about like 6 years from this point they would really start to explode in terms of like style. Less than 6 years, honestly. And we get NBA Street and NBA Ballers, which are both games that I have played, basketball games. Oh, jeez. Fuck me. So yeah, NBA Street and NBA Ballers. Not to mention NBA Playgrounds, which I have played on the Switch plenty of times. Foul on Shaq. Spent a lot of time playing NBA Playgrounds, which are based essentially on doing a lot of moves when you're going up and down the court, and that's not a thing in basketball sims, in real basketball, so you kind of have to get used to that. But I think they really started doing that anyway in like the mid 2000s, like in even like the most strict of like EA sims. I think people really go crazy, if I remember correctly, over, not crazy, but they still think very highly of Live 2005, I think it was, because 2005 has sort of like the stick control for dribbling. So I think that's probably an issue that a lot of older basketball games will have if you go back to them, is you don't get the same sense of control because it wasn't a focus. Oh, foul. Alright, let's see. This is the moment. Let's see how free throws work in this game, because it could just be like a regular shot. Nope. Okay. So, uses the stick. As far as I can tell, I pull back on the stick. Nope, that's a no-go. Alright. Free throws are not easy in this game. That sucks. I think really what I really want to get done is figure out, should probably be taking like Nick Van Exel for this and trying to like steal the ball from people. Because that's the way I usually play defense, is just being a piece of shit who just spams the steal button. I'm remembering I did play one basketball sim in my whole life that I played. What's up? There's one basketball sim I played in my life, which of course had Shaq on it before I even learned the ways of Shaq, and Shaq Fu, and became a black belt in that. Fuck you, buddy. It was NBA Inside Drive 04 for the Xbox. I remember playing that game a lot. And that's basically like I said, that's what my experience is and how I play defense in a real basketball game is like. Is that out on me? How's that out on me? It bounced off him. I should change, if possible, I'm going to change the switch. Wow, that was dumb. Out on them. If possible, I'm going to change the change player button to the R button, because I think that's what I did for Wayne Gretzky, and I think that actually works. Because if I don't change it, all the buttons are going to be just the face buttons. Excuse me. And that seems like the one button. It's a little bit. It's kind of natural. As you can tell, it looks kind of slow. It is kind of slow, honestly. Get it in there. I can't believe nobody went up to grab that. Realistically, I should have had one of my guys up there to tip it. No, no Boston Celeries. I need to use Shaq. I have such little allegiance to anything in basketball that it all revolves around Shaq. So Shaq and basically the idea that I might recognize people. So I'm going to use the Lakers, which are Shaq, Kobe, Rick Fox, who was in Holes, you know, Sweet Feet, Clyde Livingston, Derek Fisher, I know him. Yeah, Nick Van Exel, I know that guy. He's right there. As a matter of fact, I really need to change the starting lineups in general so that I'm using the people I actually want to be using. Because even though this is the starting lineup and they probably think that this is the best lineup I can have, I'd be enjoying the game more if I connected more to the people I was actually using. So I was using Fox and Kobe. Because as it seems right now, either there's no substitutions on, or they're not going to be automatic, and I'm not going to be tasked with making substitutions because that's not my thing. There we go, Shaq. Shaqtin' a fool. You no, goddammit. Did I use up? I guess I used up all like my speed, because the down C button that's supposed to be used for drive, it's not doing anything anymore. I don't know what it is up with that. Yeah, the thing that's, I'll tell you, is really bugging me is the input just to change the player. That in particular is really slow. So when they're dishing the ball around like that, I want to actually be trying to steal it because that's how I play defense. But between my reaction time for it and processing that I should be hitting which button, the right C button, and going to press the steal button, it's pretty much already out of that guy's hands, or he's done whatever he's going to do with it. So it's a little bit frustrating on that front. Fuck you. Oh, okay. Apparently, I've stopped being able to use down C to use my rush, but I was like, I clicked the Z trigger, and Z allowed me to use that. Doesn't make any sense to me, honestly. I really don't know what's going on with a lot of this game. I'm just kind of, I'm already at the point of like going through the motions. Yeah, see, he's speeding up right there. Nice. Yeah, you see what I mean, though? Like, I don't really understand. I don't know how to make plays or anything like that. I don't know a lot of setups or strategy. Nice rebound. So pretty much what happens is I get into a position, I go, all right, this is the closest I'm going to get for a shot, and I take the shot. And sometimes it makes, I make the shot. Sometimes it makes it in. You know, it happens. I think I just whacked somebody in the face with Shaq's forearm. That was a foul. Oh, there's another foul. Okay, sure, whatever. One thing I'm grateful for is that I'm going to be fouling a lot of people, I assume. In the game, since they're only 3-minute quarters, the game's not that long, so I can't really foul anybody out. Anybody that's valuable to me. Unless I just get really reckless with it and just start whipping everybody in the face. What the fuck was that? That's not who I wanted to pass it to. Yeah, of course. That's on me. Oh, fuck. All right. Go up, take the shot. Oh, he didn't make it. Okay. I love how it says so. Neither team has an actual steal. I apparently have no assists. I'm 0 for 2 on free throws, but I'm 4 for 7 on 3-pointers. We have 1 block apiece, so this is kind of a mess of a game, honestly. Nope. Yeah, I keep pressing down C because it's the close one. Fucking. I don't know how I'm supposed to play defense, honestly, if everything I do is a foul. Hey, somebody missed a free throw on their team. About fucking time. Miss again. No, I made that one. Great. Alright. Not out of this game, but most likely I'm gonna have to, learn how to play it. Hey, pulled off the pick and roll right there. Nice. Everyone see that? Yeah, I know how that works. I understand that play. Oh, fuck you. Walked right over me. You're gonna be offensive? Oh, defensive foul. Great. Yeah, that looked kind of brutal the way that Van Exel just kind of like jumped right on top of him. So we wouldn't have even been surprised or angry even. You get it? What the fuck is this? Some 0 for 3 on the free throws? That one looked like I should have made it too. I don't understand that. Great defense. There's fucking nobody in backcourt. Okay. I think my biggest problem with this game so far is the sense of like collision detection seems really, really off to me. I understand that if it's a basketball game, they're gonna have the guys kind of like they're gonna have them kind of like standing their ground playing defense and shit. But I'm getting really frustrated every time I think I'm kind of able to make it around somebody to drive to the net or something, and it's like I've walked into an invisible wall because they're just their hitbox is very barely in my way. So I get stopped dead in my tracks and nothing happens really. There's no charging, there's nothing like that. It's just and my own teammates do the same thing to me, so might as well just pop up and throw up a jumper there, huh? Just let that rebound fall. It's my other problem is really that as difficult as it is, as counterintuitive as it seems to switch players, the AI on when I'm playing defense really seems content to stand around and do nothing and wait for me to change and make that play myself. And that's really, really not good for me because I don't know what I'm actually supposed to be doing. I just know that they're not supposed to be fucking standing there doing nothing. It's like, I'm no expert on basketball, but I don't think you're supposed to be standing still when somebody puts a shot up, because there might be this thing called a rebound. 30 seconds to play the ball. Just just an assumption. You know, we might get the ball instead of letting them get another try at putting it in the net. So maybe we should try and get the ball when it falls back to the earthly plane. You try and go up and get it before it falls any further than it already has. Okay. What? It still has me put as no assists, which is weird. Does it just not register assists properly? Because I know I've done it at least once or twice. Done something that should have counted as an assist. It might just be broken. Oh, suck my dick. I fucking hate you. Alright, where's Van Exel? There he is. Put it up! 3! 3! Oh, fucking... He only got 2? That's bullshit, man. That's some bullshit. I lost by 1 point because apparently I was on the line. Fuck this. Alright. Yeah, no assists. Yeah, nobody wants to pass. Kobe passed me the ball. Kobe wasn't even on the court. I didn't have him starting because I need to change that. Yeah, okay. Yes, I'd like to save. What if I can speed this game up? That's one thing I really feel like I need to do. Make it move faster. Yeah. Cool, that's... Well, look at how far apart these games are spaced when you go to 28 games playing. So the first game was on November 7th. Next game is on November 14th. November 18th. Then not another game till December 7th. And December 19th. Oh, and the one the day after that. Wow, that's their busy season right there. It's right around Christmas. 19th, 20th, 26th, 28th. Jesus. Overworked those boys. Okay. That's some basketball for y'all. Great. As with the thing is about a lot of sports games, I don't know really how far I'm gonna go with the sports games for streaming, because a lot of the sports games are just doing the same thing, and I think I probably said this with Madden and Quarterback Club, but it's doing the same thing and just putting the work in to make sure I've gotten as good as I might be able to get at the game and make sure I get it. So yeah, then maybe we'll be one more video, but I mean, there's not a whole lot going on here. They got first to market going on for Konami. That's pretty much what they got in. Still didn't really sell that well. Go figure. But thanks for watching. That's In the Zone 98. Hopefully better basketball games to come, but I don't know how to judge these basketball games. But that's it. See y'all later.